All right. Get this situated for you all. All right. There we go. I can see now. So, close this door. So lately, uh, I've noticed on TikTok, as well as other places, that we have these back to Africa Moors, right? And these back to Africa Moors are not following uh, the Moorish American uh, diaspora, right? We have Moors talk about the Moroccans, and that Moorish American is not the proper terminology. We've got, I guess, medieval Moors, talking about such things as Fez being, uh, this being a Tarbush as opposed to a Fez, right? We have a lot of these inconsistencies going on within the Moorish movement, and I feel that it is necessary to set the record straight, right? Because I've realized that as a Moorish American, we're being clowned. My people, my nation, my national people are being clowned because it shows that these people don't know who the fuck they really are and what the information that has been presented to them uh, uh, really, well, just what it really means, but how it really works, right? So I'm going to make this quick statement, right? And this is from, I'll show you all. Again, as always, for those who are interested in really knowing what the fuck Moorish Americans are supposed to be doing, even if it's just because you want to check them or whatever the purpose. If you really desire to know, right, what the whole Moorish divine and national movement is about, right, I suggest that you get this literature right here. You can actually download this on my website. You can download it from Google, many sites, right? This Moorish literature is 47. There are more, but it is 40. It has 47 newspaper articles, right? From this guy, Drew Ali, who has brought this economic program to his people, right, that are out here running around here today, not doing any of the stuff that he even told us to do. But, right, if you really would like to know, he tells you everything that is needed to know about this movement, right, in this actual literature, right? And so we have the number 34, the newspaper article, right, titled "The Moorish Science Temple of America." Now, this is going to explain a few things to you, but for those of you who were in the beginning when I just went live, and for those of you who will watch this later on, uh, keep in mind that I'm referencing the back to Africa Moors, right? Drew Ali's, it says, the Moorish Science Temple of America was founded by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Aside from the fact that it is a legally organized religious corporation, it is building on human needs. To this desirable end, in time, legitimate means will be found to dispense charity and provide for the mutual assistance of its members in times of distress, to aid in the improvement of health, and to encourage the ownership of better homes, to find employment for our members, to teach those fundamental principles which are desired for our civilization, such as obedience to law, respect and loyalty to government, tolerance, and unity. A lot of these Moorish Americans are not dealing with any of that, particularly these back to Africa parts of. Alhamdulillah. Yahdukum Allahu Yusluhu Balakum. For anyone who caught that, appreciate it. So listen, it is most earnestly hoped that the Moorish Science Temple of America will not in any way be confused with any back to Africa movement. Now catch this last little part on that. Such is not important insofar as American citizens of our group colonizing Africa is concerned. So Noble Drew Ali is already implying in his movement that we are not to do the whole identifying and trying to go back to, Africa. We are descendants of Moroccans born in America. We are Americans of Moorish descent. We are not trying to return to Africa because we're already home. So when you have these Moors talking about Moorish Americans, not right, I'm a Moroccan American and the Sultan this and the Sultan, this is back to Africa ideology. They are attempting to separate from the American government. We're Moroccan by descent, by blood lineage, and estate inheritance, but we're Americans. Our birthright is here in America. Okay? So I'm gonna go on a little more so that we can really understand what are Moorish Americans real. What's the mind state of a real Moorish American? Because I'm just telling you, if I didn't already know it and I didn't have it myself, I'd have left this movement a long time ago, right? We of the Moorish Science Temple of America, like countless other American citizens. Let's just stop right there. Grammatically, he's saying that we are American citizens just like the other. He says like other. So he's making us a part of that whole. So we're not even, again, we're not supposed to be dividing any humanity or any nation of people, right? We're supposed to link ourselves back with the nations, the states, according to America, right? But this is inclusive. This is non-divisive. Yet you have a lot of these Moors who were trying to separate this movement, even, right, from its true jurisdiction, right? Listen, this is how Moors are supposed to be. Listen, we of the Moorish Science Temple of America, like countless other American citizens, know that we must live together here in America in harmony, that's equity, friendship, fellowship, right, and goodwill, right? Whatever our race and creed may be. So again, he uses the word our, to show that even though we're divided nationally, as we are grouped together as one people. We're all Americans and we're supposed to live here in harmony, friendship, and goodwill, whatever the people, another man's race and creed, which is doctrine, may be. So we're not, Moorish Americans aren't supposed to be out here as the descendants of the first civilizers of humanity. Not supposed to be out here acting like we're better than anybody. We're not supposed to be putting people down. But I see this a lot in this movement where the Moors, and these are confused Moors, these are what I call counterfeit or foreign Muslims. Right? They're out here trying to tell these people they can't be Muslim. They sound like the NOI. They're trying to say that these people aren't real Moors because it's Moor versus Muur. All of this retarded shit. It's not the national character of what a true Moor is supposed to be. We're not supposed to be out here belittling. We're not supposed to be out here returning the hate that was given to us. Right? And again, you got a lot of these Moors, they'll try to say, yeah, man, this is tough love. No, it's disrespect. It's dishonor. It's a disgrace. To be out here trying to tell other people who and what they are when you just found out who the fuck you are. It's crazy work. It is only from a purely religious standpoint, it seems at this time, that we differ from a large number of our fellow Americans. So Moorish Americans are supposed to be the only difference between a Muslim Moorish American and we'll say an Italian Catholic American is the religion. That's the only, everything else is supposed to be in alignment. The same inherent and constitutional provisions, the same rights, freedoms, etc. on the land. We're not supposed to be out here acting like fucking overseers and shit. You got Moorish Americans who don't understand the difference between a steward and a fucking tyrant. They're both rulers, but one is a servant of the people and one is a corrupter of the people. All right, but Drew Ali is showing us that as Moorish Americans, we're supposed to be American citizens. We're supposed to blend right the fuck in. We're not supposed to be out here acting like, again, we're better. How are you better than anybody when you fucking fell? But I digress. Listen, right? It says we believe in and foster the Muslim religion. We believe in the principles of its teachings insofar as they can be adopted to American life. So again, we're supposed to be living like an American. But again, you've got these goofies. You've got these goofies who are educated fools, who know everything but the extent of their own ignorance, who are out here leading and guiding these other people into more ignorance. They are the jahilin. They are the ignorant ones. Right? Listen to what Ali tells us. We believe in the principles of its teachings insofar as they can be adopted to American life. We feel that the Christian religion is all right for those who prefer it. In America, religious freedom is guaranteed all under the Constitution. So you got a lot of these weird ass out of pocket Moors persecuting other people for their religious beliefs, and then wondering why the fuck they don't get any type of tolerance or unity, right? Or they get the reciprocity, they get what they put out. No one's going to respect any religion if in that religion the people, the adherents, are trying to judge others. We're supposed to look, we have our religious freedoms, they have their religious freedoms, so long as we don't amalgamate mixed doctrine, right? We should be fine. I respect him on that side, he respects me on this side, etc. You really got knuckleheads out here who don't understand religious tolerance. We're not supposed, whatever your religious, which is really just your trust in the state, whatever your doctrine, live by that. You know, under Muslim rule in antiquity, all people under Muslim rule were free to worship under their own vine and fig tree so long as they did not go against Islamism. Islamism being common law equity. Islam really is just talking about common law equity. So if you're able to express between yourself and your organized group of people common law equity, then by all means do that according to your teachings. But if in any manner you show dishonor, right, then that's when judgment, things of that nature, fell upon the people when they were acting against even their own people. Islam secures everyone. Is the point that I'm making here, right? As a real Muslim, right, I accept everybody. If you're a Buddhist, then to me you're still a Muslim. To me, a Muslim it means the same thing as a Buddhist. That's to me, though. If you're a Christian, to me, you're still a Muslim. Because Christian to you means what Muslim means to me. Right? If you're a Yahudi, if you're a Taoist, whatever, a Shinto, right, Baha'i, whatever you call yourself, I'm supposed to understand that it's an honorable title and that it should be a universal title. So whatever you are, I am in the tongue that I speak. And as a Muslim or under Islam, right, everyone is free and equal under the law or Allah. So I wouldn't be out here trying to tell you that you're wrong. I ain't got no business telling you that. As long as what you're doing is not interfering with the productivity of the civilization, I cannot stand in your way. And it's an equitable thing. So the same treatment is not only expected but required. Anywho, let me get at this, right? We are interested in freeing ourselves and our children from the greatest plight, economic slavery. So this whole movement that these Moorish Americans, right, are supposed to be adhering to is about economic security. It's about owning your own portion and not interfering with the legacy of another. It's about putting out your own time and labor and being able to recoup the returns on investments of that time, energy, and labor that you put out. Right? So this whole movement is about learning about trust in the state, administration, the proper administration of covenantal and constitutional agreements. That's all this is about. This is not about taking over This is not about kicking people out. This is not about dividing people based on what they look like or where they've come from. That's not what this is about. This movement is not about what black movements or back to Africa movements or YT supremacy movements. We're not doing any division. We are all inclusive here. This movement is all inclusive. Anyone who desires to be free and equal, to be eye to eye with every other man and woman, despite what they look like, we're all equal. You come on in. We're looking for you. Right? That's what the truth of Islamism, which is the doctrine of common law equity. That's what it's about. When man honors man, he honors the law. Golden rule, right? Treat others as you wish to be treated. This is equity. This is love, consideration, etc. All right. He says, we believe that this can best be done by encouraging, patronizing, and establishing our own business enterprises and cultivating our own acres of land. So this is not a fucking religious war. Y'all niggas out here with the weird shit. Warring against people. Warring against your own people. We're not Moorish American, we're Moroccans. So what the fuck is you talking about? That's not what Ali brought. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be. We're supposed to be just like every other nation of people. You've got your, and I'm just throwing out random examples. You got your Italian Americans. You've got your Hungarian Americans. You've got your Russian Americans. You've got your Vietnamese Americans. Then they all, etc. And they all have their own social clubs and organizations that they all not only generate, but they draw finance and whatnot to themselves through their organization so that they can fund whatever things that they desire as a group of people without looking for help from anybody else. They do it as a group. We're supposed to be doing the same thing. Not supposed to be out here warring with anybody. I shouldn't walk down the street with my fez on and be laughed at. This should be a sign of respect. People should know what this is about. But again, you've got weird motherfuckers. This is why I bullshit you not. This is why often you don't see me often with my fez on. I'll wrap up in a turban or a shemach, But you have people wearing this fez who are acting out of line, so much so that when you see a fez, if you see an unmarked fez, you immediately think sovereign citizen. But if you see a marked fez with the tassel tied down, with clipped down, oh no, they're good. They're just Masons or they're just Shriners. It's crazy to me. I got 360 degrees of the knowledge. I'm not pinned down, and I'm the plain truth. And yet the plain truth is being mocked because you have people out here misrepresenting the look, the understanding. A lot of nigga shit's going on in this movement, man. Right? Listen, man. We welcome into our folds men and women of our group of all sections. Our group. What is he talking about? He's not talking about just dark-skinned people, just African so-called. No, everyone who identifies as a Muslim under the culture of Islamia, which is common law equity. Anyone and we welcome all of all nations and nationality of our group. Come on in. He says, we welcome into our folds men and women of our group of all sections, all trades, occupations, and professions of sound mind and good character. I don't see any of this stuff in the Moorish Divine and National Movement outside of myself. And I'm not bigging myself up. I'm just calling it how I see. I can't go to a Moorish Science Temple of America today, right? And it be functioning as a union. And I walk in and get myself, I pay dues, right, and then become entitled to employment, and things of that nature. I don't see that. I don't see it. I don't see the Moor. I'm just being honest. I don't see a lot of these Moors, and they're foreign. They're just infiltrators in the movement. I don't see any of them offering the people these things that Jur Ali told us that the Moorish Science Temple of America is supposed to offer. He told us what's supposed to be offered in the beginning. Just to recap: dispense charity, provide for the mutual assistance of its members in times of distress, to aid in the improvement of health, to encourage the ownership of better homes, to find employment for our members, to teach those fundamental principles which are desired for our civilization, such as obedience to law, respect and loyalty to government, tolerance and unity. Again, niggas is missing all of that. They're bricklayer. In the end, they're the Knicks right now. You heard me? They choke. And then again, peace. Boy, let me see what this is. We are rising as sovereign, independent states to gain our. Well, okay, so I don't really know how to accept that phrasing, but if you mean that, like me in Pennsylvania, I've gained back my estate so that I can run my land, absolutely. But if you mean to some degree that the Moors are trying to overtake some shit over other people, then no. If I'm just being, because you're an Ali Bey, and I've never seen that in the movement. No disrespect to you. I don't know if that's the information or the name that's on your national ID, if that's what you do business in that name, right? But I've never seen an Ali Bey. So I'm just being real critical, right? I'm not here to disrespect you, Ali Bey, but unless you were born with the name Ali, and for whatever reason your mother and father got rid of the servant, let me see. Now I'm saying the Empire of Morocco is back. The Empire of Morocco. All right, so the Empire of Morocco are the Moorish estates all around the planet. This is the United States of America, and the Moroccan Empire and the Ottoman and the Turkey, all of these are all Muslim estates, brother. Empire means estates. All right, just want to make sure that you recognize that. Because if you're one of those brothers or sisters who are out here talking about the United States is Morocco, we don't do that. Who was the? Okay, I'm not even going. Let me get back to what I'm saying. Right, we're going to stand on what Noble Drew Ali. I'm standing on what Noble Drew Ali, right, is presenting. And Drew Ali said this is not a back to Africa movement. So the Empire of Morocco, us taking that back, we already have it. It's already had, and it's America. It's not the United States of Morocco. It's not Moorish America. It's America, bro. The right of protection. All right, so I'm not going to back and forth with you, brother Ali Bey or sister whomsoever pardon. So, all right, I didn't come here to do all of that. You're more than welcome to teach that deviation and innovation on your platform. I'm not going to speak any more of it. I'm just going to get back to what I'm talking about. So listen, right? Drew Ali ends this newspaper article by saying, "We are friends and servants of humanity." So this Ali Bey brother is suggesting that we are, more than friends and servants of humanity because we're getting the empire back. Drew Ali already did everything that was needed, and if we follow this, we'll be fine. All of that extra shit trying to, whatever they believe, again, these back to Africa Moors. The mentality of back to Africa, the Moroccan Empire. I'm not here for that. That's not. That very well may be whatever it is. We may be rising and all of that, but that's not. That's not the movement. That's not the economic security program that the man who since 1774, no one that knew it, the first man to open his mouth and tell you who the fuck you are as Moor. He wasn't talking none of that shit you're talking. None of it, bro. None of it. So I don't follow that shit. And I'm never going to follow that shit. I'm an American. 100. We are friends and servants of humanity. We are dedicated to the purpose of elevating the moral, social, and economic status of our people. That's what we're here to, that's what's supposed to rise. The social, the moral, and the economic status of our people is what we came to reclaim. All that other shit. Yes, the Ottoman of the European Muslims. Absolutely. Which again, a lot of these renegade Moors are trying to divide humanity and say, oh, because they're from Europe, they're not Moors. Like, we have Turks. We have Turks who live in Europe, who are from Europe, who are from the European side of Turkey rather than the Asian side of Turkey, right? That have been putting on for Islam for years. Drew Ali even makes a mention. Let me show you, right? Because again, I'm here to end the agitating, radical, divisive. Well, there's no such thing as black. Any of those, Max Jones. Black is just a status that means that you're not recognized. It does not mean dark skin. It doesn't. Just to let you know, right? But anywho, no, would you